Well, that's right, Maggie. Family members identifying the victim tonight as Glennis Jackson. And as of now, there are still more questions than answers in this case. We have now learned the mother of three precious boys was killed in the most gruesome way imaginable. And what's even worse, law enforcement tells us the accused has previously served time in jail for violent crimes.
Well, it's really a sad situation for Lula life in a situation like that. But also the young man that did that, we also have arrested him.
I do all the bending. You see this? And he says, I love me a tranny though. Alright, what's up with it, y'all? I'm back again with another video. And look, man, this situation right here, these type of situations are becoming so frequent. It's crazy, bro. I just want to tell everybody out there, if you're involved in a situation that isn't fulfilling you in any way that you needed to, 100%, hell, even 80%, get the hell up out of these situations, man. You know, a lot of people spinning their wheels, going through stuff with people that don't even deserve them. You know, not saying that this is the case right here because we don't know exactly what took place, but from what I'm getting from it, she definitely deserved better, and this dude wasn't worth a damn. And to find out he was being weird on the internet like the way he was is crazy, bro. So look, I found a couple of screenshots as well, basically with him speaking about liking transgenders and different things like that. And like I always tell y'all, whatever y'all like to do in y'all bedroom, that's on y'all. It's just crazy that this finna tie into this story. So just hold up, we're gonna break all that down. So look, basically, I want to say RP to her again. Her name was Antoinette Jackson, from what I'm seeing online, and I'm seeing another name by the name of Glennis Jackson. So I don't know exactly what to call her because they got two different names on there, but she goes by Nook, and she was going with a guy by the name of Joshua Andrews. So look, I seen he was wanted the other day on Facebook. So I overlooked it for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I was going to come back to it a little bit later. Y'all know how I do. I don't just jump on it as soon as it happened. I ain't thirsty to post people's demise, you feel me? I want to take my time and, you know, make sure we know what the hell we're talking about. But anyway, long story short, he ended up being apprehended. And the story behind it is crazy. They're saying that he actually took her, kidnapped her from the Nissan plant in Canton, Mississippi, if I'm not mistaken. And ultimately, she was gone with him, and she allegedly jumped out of the vehicle and was hit by other vehicles, and she ultimately ended up passing away. Me personally, I think he threw her out of the car, but we don't know that yet to be true. But she was ultimately also found with gunshot wounds, you know, and it's just crazy that she lost her life. And I was telling my partner this, I tell him this all the time, a lot of these dudes be going crazy because they never had somebody so pretty or somebody with such a beautiful spirit and different things like that, so they can't fathom losing this person. They can't even believe they got you as is, you feel me? But, you know, I seen a couple of posts saying that she didn't get no red flags from him. We really don't know what took place in her household or when they was together and things like that. You know, some people don't like to tell everybody their business, so they will have you thinking that the situation is peaches and cream, when in all actuality that ain't the case. But I don't know their story. But it's a couple more details I left out. We're finna get into this. I just want to say RIP to her, send my condolences out to the family and friends. And he definitely needs to be charged, you know, and held and threw up under the jail. Y'all know I believe in that eye for an eye, and I'm really the main one who talk about that on this YouTube, man. They need to be able to do the exact same thing he did to her. They need to do that to him. But let's go ahead and get into this video.
And we have new developments this morning on a story that began at the Nissan plant in Madison County that ended in tragedy. If you take a look here at this video, you can see that 29-year-old Joshua Andrews is now behind bars, charged with capital murder. Police also told 3 on Your Side that this is not Andrews' first time committing such crimes. According to Madison County Sheriff's Department, Andrews reportedly his ex-girlfriend, forced her into a vehicle and fled onto Interstate 55. Police say when they made it to Holmes County, the woman jumped out of the vehicle and another vehicle struck and her. It's unclear if she was pushed or forced out of the vehicle. Andrews later surrendered at the Carroll County Sheriff's Office. The identity of the unnamed woman and mother of 3 is not being released at this time.
Well, it's really a sad situation for Lula life in a situation like that. But also the young man that did that, we also have arrested him some years ago and sent him to prison for aggravated assault. So he had that kind of temper to commit such a crime. You know, but I really hate it happened to this young lady here.
At this time, investigators are working to determine a motive. Andrews is currently being held at the Madison County Sheriff's Department without bond.
Police are on the hunt for New details tonight after a woman was early this morning after allegedly being kidnapped at the Canton Nissan plant by her ex-boyfriend. 29-year-old Joshua Andrews is now behind bars and he's charged with capital murder. 3 on Your Side's Chris Fields joins us now with the newest information as family members release the victim's name. Chris.
Well, that's right, Maggie. Family members identifying the victim tonight as Glennis Jackson. And as of now, there are still more questions than answers in this case. We have now learned the mother of 3 precious boys was in the most gruesome way imaginable. And what's even worse, law enforcement tells us the accused has previously served time in jail for crimes.
Well, it's really a sad situation for Lula life in a situation like that. And also the young man that did that, we also have arrested him some years ago and sent him to prison for aggravated assault.
Holmes County Sheriff Willie March shocked to learn about the tragic loss committed by who he says a dangerous man.
He had that kind of temper to commit such a crime, but I really hate it happened to this young lady here.
According to Madison County Sheriff's Department, after allegedly killing his ex-girlfriend, Andrew allegedly then forced her into a vehicle and fled onto Interstate 55. Police say when they made it to Holmes County, the woman jumped out of the vehicle and another car hit and killed her. Andrews later surrendered at the Carroll County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff March says the 29-year-old was no stranger to the law.
I know he did some years. Now, how many he did, I had to go back and look and see. But he did spend some time for aggravated assault here in Holmes County.
Now, March is sending his prayers and condolences to the family in their hour of grief.
I never bring sadness to the family to lose someone this young in the family, because someone took a life from a person that something you can't give back. I mean, this lady's gone forever, and they would have to live with that. And so I'm pretty sure it's a hurting family.
You know, and it's crazy that I really do feel like that they need to start doing like updates on people who actually get released on certain type of charges. You know, they should reach out to the people that they're connected to and talk to them and see what's up. Now, I say connected to, not nobody who they ain't around no more, because people can lie on you and get you back in jail. But they definitely need to do wellness checks on people who are associated with people who have a certain criminal background, you know. But this dude right here was just a weird fucker, you know. I can't believe that you would do this, like, to this magnitude. It's crazy. Now, I understand people get into it and stuff, but I don't understand doing all of that, though. Like, come on now, bro. What could she have done that bad? A lot of these people cannot emotionally process a lot of different things, so they resort to these type of actions. And it's crazy to me that these dudes these days are feeling this much emotional intelligence. They're really lacking it. They losing their goddamn mind, for real, for real. And then to think that you own people is crazy, because a lot of the times these situations stem from people thinking that they actually own somebody, when in all actuality you don't. You need to get your weird ass on, fool. But yeah, people were saying free him, and man, bro, you gotta understand the difference on when to say this type of shit. This dude do not need to be free if you out here doing this all willy-nilly over something that's probably so mediocre that could have been talked about in between the two. And even if she don't want you no more, whatever the case may be, then man up, understand it, and move forward. Let's get back into it.
Now, at this time, it's still unclear the motive behind the kidnapping. Now, Andrews is
Really don't matter.
held at the
He shouldn't have did
Madison
it.
County Sheriff's Department without bond. I'm Chris Fields, 3 on Your Side.
The suspect in a kidnapping that turned deadly has been charged with capital murder. This is Joshua Andrews booking photo from the Madison County Detention Center. Law enforcement charged a 29-year-old man from Lexington with capital murder. Andrews is accused of his ex-girlfriend from the Nissan plant near Canton Monday morning. Investigators say Andrews forced the woman into his car and drove north on Interstate 55. Now, the woman was able to jump out of the car on the interstate near the west exit in Holmes County. Holmes County Sheriff Willie March told me she was hit and killed by another car.
Major decision regarding the man accused of abducting and killing his ex-girlfriend. 12 News' Tia McKenzie was there and joins us now as new details emerge in the case against Joshua Andrews.
And some more things that I actually seen online about this. Remember I was talking about he liked trends and different things like that, right? So on his Facebook post, as you can see right here, he basically just stated that, you know, just to be clear, ain't nobody finna F him. Now, I do all the bending. You see this? And he says, I love me a tranny, though. I'm just a nasty MF. And the other status is just crazy, saying you're not, gay if you want to mess with dudes that are feminine and different things like that. I ain't finna read all that here. I feel like I'd be casting a goddamn spell, talking crazy like he was talking. But like I say, man, whatever you choose to do is on you. And then the thing that really ties into all of this, he says he don't care about going to jail. I want to be there anyway, so I can and go live. Can you believe that this dude posted this right here? So that lets you know right there, he don't give a damn about going to jail. So he was going to do damn near anything, in my personal opinion. It's so pitiful and sad that these people are out here. You're willing to go throw your whole life away just to be around other dudes and mess with them and stuff like that. And if that's what you like to do, you want to pop it through it and twist it on somebody and, you know what I'm saying, get you some, but that's on you, cuz. But I honestly feel like that you can do that in the free world. You don't have to be just a crash out. This is the prime definition of a crash out. A lot of people be saying crash out and don't even know how to use it in the right context. This is a crash out right here. But let's get back into it.
Yeah.
Melanie, Madison County Justice Court Judge Bruce McKinley said there will be no bond. 29-year-old Joshua Andrews appeared dazed as the judge asked him questions. Andrews is charged with capital and felony possession of a firearm. Andrews is accused of driving from Georgia to Mississippi to commit the crime, which labeled him a flight risk that resulted in the no bond decision. Holmes County Sheriff Willie Marsh says Andrews' sister reported her car stolen, which was the same car used to kill Antoinette Jackson from Nissan in Canton. Jackson from her injuries after she was hit by another car after jumping out of the moving vehicle. Marsh says Jackson had been multiple times.
I spoke with his sister, and she had told me that vehicle that he was riding in was hers. She said it was stolen from a residence. She was concerned about him stealing her vehicle coming to Mississippi and do such a crime. The person has a violent temper when they come out. If they would maybe look at putting a monitor on them, that way you really kind of keep up with them if they have that kind of temper. I don't know what kind of write-up or what he done inside the prison system.
Andrews was reportedly sentenced for shooting into a motor vehicle and aggravated assault and served time in the Mississippi Department of Corrections before being released in August 2022.
Was denied for the man accused in a deadly kidnapping in Canton.
The bond was denied.
Andrews was in court. He charges of capital murder and being a felon in possession of a firearm. Investigators say Andrews forced his ex-girlfriend Glennis Jackson into his car at the Nissan plant in Canton, then headed north on I-55. She was shot multiple times after being kicked from the parking lot Monday morning. At some point, Jackson got out of the moving vehicle in Holmes County. She was hit by another and later died. It's not clear if she was pushed or forced out of Andrews' vehicle. Andrews later surrendered to deputies. Police also said a gun was recovered, but did not say where.
Me personally, I think he pushed her out. That's just me personally. I think that, with him crossing state lines and going to different cities and whatever the case may be when it comes to that, he probably thought he can get away with it or something like that. But me personally, I feel like he needs to be thrown up under the jail. There's no need for him at all. Like I always say, when it comes to something like this, they definitely need to do something about his ass. He crazy as hell. He don't give a damn about going to jail. Okay, they need to do something else to him since he's just so goddamn okay with everything. Make sure you take care of food like this. But hey, I done say what I had to say about this situation. I really do hate that these situations continue to happen. And people try to blame the victims, but sometimes it's easier said than done to get out of these relationships and these situationships and these, friendships. It get that deep with all type of different cases. So make sure you being careful. You want to go in these situations all willy-nilly. You better take your time and learn who you're dealing with. And I'm not kicking her while she's down. I'm just speaking in general when I say this. I got the most utmost respect and sympathy for her. She done took the ultimate loss, her life, dealing with a weirdo. But hey, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this whole situation. I want to send my condolences out to the family again, and I just want to send y'all some love, some peace, and some healing energy. And I also want to do the same thing for my supporters out there. Other than that, I done said what I had to say about the situation. I'm going to holler at y'all a little bit later on another video. All right.